All right, today I'm going to share two trade setups with you, two stocks I've just issued recommendations on because I want you to see the kind of trades we look for here in the PVA service, what a good setup looks like, and the kind of moves we're targeting. So let's go straight to the charts. Now, this is a small cap tech firm focusing on cybersecurity software. What I want you to focus is this blue profile, this volume roadmap. Now, this is what we refer to as a double distribution profile. It means there's two key areas the market likes. Now, this is the profile that goes all the way back to when the stock IPO'd, way back here in 2018. So we have all the trading history of this stock all into this nice little volume profile. So where are these two areas? Well, one clearly up here around 1890-ish. Right there, we got this big belly of volume. And then we got another down here at around 15 bucks. So these are the magnet prices for this stock. These are the areas the stock wants to return to where institutions have shown interest and they like to buy this stock. So when we get temporary bad news, they miss an earnings report or some hack happened or something like that, and the stock falls, this is perfect for us because we've been waiting for time to buy into these pullbacks on these key areas. Now, it came down to this first one here around $18.50. It blew through it, and now it's on the second distribution, this lower high volume area down here at 15 bucks. And look what it did. It blew through down here on Friday. And here we are. This is Monday's trading session. The stock opened up, first of all, closed here at 14.25. It gapped up an entire dollar and ran another $1.50, almost $2 during the trading sessions. That's how pivotal these areas are. We know that institutional volume likes it here. We know this is a buying range they see. So when the stock gets down, they load the boat and it drives these stocks higher. So we're looking forward to get in this thing around 15, 16 bucks, ride it to at least 19, 20, really probably to 24, $25 and back to new highs. Because when you take a look at the trading history of this stock, other than really the COVID sell-off that happened right in here where everything came down, this has been a beautifully trending stock. It ran up hard, was in consolidation, breaking out again. Everything was looking good for a run into the 30s, and then we had this little piece of bad news that shot it down right here into our high volume area. And then what we're expecting is this stock to continue to push off of this and back to new highs. So it's a way to get into trades on a pullback where instead of trying to catch a falling knife, as they say, instead of trying to buy a stock, wondering how much further is it going to fall, I don't know, we got a pretty good idea. We've got these two distinct areas where there's a high probability that buyers will step in. The beauty is you don't have to risk a lot to do this. If you bought the stock today at 16 bucks, you've only got to see if it holds above, call it $14. So you got a stock, you can buy at 16, you put a stop loss, but if it goes below 14, you don't want to own it anymore. You're risking $2. You're trying to make at least $4, but probably $8 to $9 a share. Risk 2, try to make 9. That's a trade I'll take any day of the week. Now let me show you one more. Now, this stock, the structure of this profile is a little different than the last one. Let me stretch it out even further. Now, do you remember, notice the last profile we saw, what it had? It had a very clear double distribution. It had one big high volume area up here, and then it had another clear area here. Well, what do you see in this chart? It's got tons of them, right? 13, 11, $7.50, $6, $4, lots of areas. So these are much lower probability area. I mean, they're targets, but there's so many of them. It's every couple dollars you have a new target. But this one has something the last chart didn't. And it is a super well-defined low volume area. Take a look at this level right here on the chart. See that right there about the 890 where I threw that blue line on the chart? You see how in this profile there's almost no volume right here. See that big cave-in? These low volume areas do one of two things. They only do one of two things. One, they reject, or two, they blow through. That's it. It's going to do one or the other. So notice what it did on the way up. It rejected it. It came to it and just shot right back off of it. The second time, it got here and just blew straight through it. The beauty of these low volume areas is you have to risk almost nothing to see what it's going to do. You got a very precise level, $8.88 right there, okay? If you buy the stock within a quarter of that, you know if it gets down to even like $8.50, $8.40, it's wrong, it's violated, it's likely going to come down here to the $7 range. If it doesn't, it's going to reject that like it has in the past. I mean, it rejected it back here, rejected it here, finally blew through. My guess is we get another rejection and a pushback higher. So you buy the stock, call it 9.25, where we're trading now. Your stop's at 8, you're risking, what, 75 cents a share on this thing. If you're right, you quickly go to $11. You likely push here to 13.5. And then should it continue higher, you're on your way up to what? $14.5, $16 a share, all from risking 75 cents a share. So this is a trade we just put on last week. And if you get into it now, like I said, you're getting in at an even cheaper price. So on a percentage basis, even lower risk. So go ahead and click the link below this video. I've just finished a on-demand trading session. I'm going to show you the entire method here, this volume system that I've spent about the last decade and a half using, honing, and perfecting, that I want to show you the ins and outs of. I mean, this is, in my opinion, the most precise way to trade the market. You're going to know exactly where to buy, exactly where to sell, exactly where to place a stop. It's going to allow you to use limited risk in your trades, know exactly where you're right, exactly where you're wrong, be able to buy lower, sell higher, and hopefully be much, much more profitable. So go ahead right now, watch that video. Let me know what you think. And hey, if it's something you're interested in, we're going to make you an offer to join my Precision Volume Alert service at a substantially discounted price. But either way, you're going to want to watch this video. It will change the way you view the stock market.